use to knock him out?
I used my my fists, my brass knuckles.
Yeah, I think you hit him in the back of the head and
Almost killed him, but not quite.
Yeah, and down he falls, sort of face first. After that happens, you sort of see Father Seneca is backing up and trying to figure out, like, he's trying to take stock of the situation, because unfortunately both the Hetfelds and the Ziegenhelds have sort of to converge on your positions, and both are armed. You see Elja Hutfeld at the head of the one group with her trademark pistol in her hand. And the other side, you see Marcia Ziegenheld with her famous cudgel in hers. And yeah, what do you guys do now? The witch hunter's only going to be down for about 15 seconds.
Miss Bask, get that fellow restrained.
I think we need to go join the Ziegenhelds.
You shut up, you fool. Miss Bask, get that gentleman restrained this instant. Elja, get your family in order and return to your homes.
I'm going to face away from Elijah and just stare at the Ziegenhelds.
Can I restrain this dude right in front of me?
You don't have like manacles in this town, but you can definitely. I think you can kind of put him in like a hold. He's not really as strong as he appears to be, so you can kind of
just like sit on him
face down. Yeah, you can kind of put him face down. Well, I think maybe knee to the back might be more.
Yeah. But I
holding his arms.
Holding his arms down. I get you.
I think Elja responds to you, Alexandre, and they go, "Oh, I'm not the one trying to burn innocent old Matilda there, Alexandre."
No, but you understand the situation that's happening right now, and we cannot have this fight here. This will not happen. Do you understand?
I think this is a very easy, trivial, we'll call it charm test.
I'm talking to you, Elja, because I understand that you are far more reasonable than the other side.
Yeah, I think so. I think this is a charm.
Trivial charm.
Yeah, I think she puts away her pistol. She puts it in her belt, and I think at the corner of your eye, you can see that on the other side, Marcia is still. She's begun the I'm just gonna call it the Karen walk towards Father Seneca, with the rest of the Ziegenhelds sort of following cautiously in step. And Elja turns the crowd. She goes, "All right, y'all, let's get back to work. I think Alexandre will be able to take care of this." And one of the townsfolk, not really on either side, goes up and I think picks up Matilda and begins to lead her off. So Marcia is beginning a very Karen walk right towards Father Seneca, and she is mouthing off about how this is ridiculous. You can't detain an instrument of the Lord this way, right? And that's where that's heading. Yeah, well,
just throwing this out here, out of character. If anyone of you guys wants to shoot her, I'm not going to look at you.
Look, she's like the town's like religious man. So.
You know she hates you, right?
Yeah, I know she hates me, man. Maybe. I assume she hates me. I assume everybody hates me, man.
I feel like I want to be on their good side because I don't want to be on the Elijah's bad side because I'm already there.
I'm already honey nuts, Elijah. But Genevieve looks at Alexandre, and she looks really like you see a little bit of shame on her face, and she kind of looks at you, and she kind of, like, in a low voice, she says, "Thank you."
Of course, but the first thing we need to do right now is we need to get him out of sight. We need to get the dead body out of sight. Out of character question here.
Yeah.
The Dragoon is not the only... Is Genevieve the only law enforcement officer here in town?
Yes, the Graph, as you know, is too cheap to hire a real Reeve, which would normally do this job. So yes.
I mean, I assumed so, given what I know about the last Dragoon, and that there's no other mentions of anybody else, so...
Yes, this is what you have for law enforcement.
Oh no! Too far.
Okay.
Oh, and you have the mysterious vigilante as well.
Who do I know through the knife? Do I know who threw the knife?
I
Yeah.
threw the knife.
Probably you probably know it was him. Yeah.
I mean, I know I took credit for it, but do I know who actually threw it?
Joe, I think that's between you two,
Well,
right?
I'm going to get the I go get the knife out of his face because I want it back.
You there. For the purposes of the time being, by need of the town of Bergenhofen, I temporarily deputize you as Assistant Dragoon. I need you to assist Miss Bosk in taking away these two figures.
I already have the authority, but I will gladly assist you in your time of need.
You are temporary deputy.
You have status, you don't have authority.
I am authority.
Okay, and you'll get shot in the face like Judge Dredd.
Oh my god.
So while that's sort of going on, you notice that Marsha has reached Father Seneca, and she has begun shouting about, that whore's daughter can't be doing this. That is a licensed member of the church. You have to say something. You have to stop them, or we will.
Mrs. Zegenholt, I have just had about enough from you. You go back home this instant, or I will be talking to your son about your actions here today. God damn it, I am so confused about this family relationship all the time.
So yeah. So Jeb is one of the direct sons. Marcia is the matriarch, so she had a very large family. So she has many sons and daughters. So there's quite a few of them. Jeb is the eldest, and he is the current sort of patriarch. And you actually notice him he's just a few he's in the crowd. Right?
Yeah, I'll give him an eye because what I said is now very weird.
Yeah, totally. Gosh. I mean, I feel like you're still using your charm in a way, at least your authority.
I think the implication here is of what I've said, because the only way I can spin this to make sense is, Jeb, take care of this, or what you want, you're not gonna get.
Yeah, I think that yes, definitely a charm. And I think you're at a plus 20%, not a plus 30 for this one, because she is still Marsha Ziegenhilt. Jeb walks up and he goes, "Come on, Ma, this ain't done yet." And then he sort of spits on the ground in your general direction, and they turn around, and the crowds for now, it's a very uneasy, but you can cut the tension with a knife, even out here in the open. And now you're left. What do you guys do next? What's the next step?
Well,
Get back to the jail cell.
Yeah, I think we would disarm this dude.
Yeah.
Actually,
all right, Genevieve rips his arms off.
of him.
Right. Yeah. The loot the body step.
Loot the body.
But do you loot the other body as well?
Disarm it. I don't want him naked.
No, it's punishment. He shall be naked.
Oh no, please.
Well, I mean, we should start this off in the jail cells.
You're right.
Yeah.
Right.
You take his weapon. It is a hunting sword. If somebody wants to write that down, it is a finesse weapon. It is found in Mangau. So whoever gets that, let me know, and I'll quickly send you the stats.
Who wants the hunting sword?
Is it Marshall?
And then no, it is a simple melee weapon. The other weapon left behind, I don't know how like looty you guys are gonna get. Maybe not so much with the witch hunter, but with the dead body, I'm not sure. But he has dropped a base lard and has some random things on him.
Does he have anything like I'm not saying like anything like gold or anything. Anything that looks like personal on him that would kind of give us a clue as to why he was like why was he here, so forth.
The witch hunter?
Yeah. No, the other guy, the dead body.
Is somebody taking moments to loot him? That's kind of what I'm.
But yeah, I went to get my knife, and I figured I'd just go through his pockets and
Yeah.
just kind of
Yeah, I get it. With your practice hand.
yeah.
You pull off a tattered pair of boots, some a couple cheap rings, and a cheap necklace. So you can write that down somewhere. But beyond that, he doesn't have much more. He seems to have just been a companion to the witch hunter.
Okay. Like just like a coworker or anything like that. Like no letters or anything on him. Gotcha.
Oh yeah, I assumed he was like press ganged into it. Like, you and you, come here, help me out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
These are out of towners for sure.
Honeymooners,
Okay.
you might say.
The other Outlanders.
Outlander.
Outlanders unite.
But yeah, I assume this is back at the prison cells that we're doing all this.
Yeah. I would make sure. Well, I'll be sure to disarm him before we go to the jail cell. But at the jail cell, I'm pretty sure we would search them and see.
More so that I don't want evidence that we've assaulted and killed members of a witch hunter party in the middle of our town.
Yeah.
So very quickly, is somebody going to take care of the bodies, and who is going with the witch hunter?
Well, I assume the body's coming with us to the jail cell.
I'll carry the dead body. I killed him, so it should be my responsibility to take care of that.
Rasmussen is going to be very observant as far as who is watching them and if anyone is following them back to the jail cell.
Good idea. Let me see. Where is a good perception?
The awareness.
Yes, awareness is it. That's what I want. Give this one a routine. Looks clear.
I just realized it's the one perception skill I'm not trained in, so I can't help.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm going to be taking the witch hunter to the jail.
Yeah.
That's on me.
So as you barrel with him into the jail, or into the guard post, you notice that the beggar Galmic is still in the cell. Do you kick him out before you put the witch hunter in there?
Why is the beggar in there?
I don't know. You tell me.
For begging without a license. No, I'm kidding.
I want to say the only reason why Genevieve would ever throw him in there, like if he was normally begging, she wouldn't throw him in there. But if he was like naked and he like decided to flash some ladies, she'd totally throw him in there.
Yeah, I
Move some beggar to flasher. I was thinking he was the guy from Andy Griffith's show. If you guys remember that? Showing my age.
So I just imagine her like putting the witch hunter in there, and then she kind of looks at the beggar and she eyes him and she's like, "You keep those trousers on," and then she throws him out.
yeah.
I have a better idea.
Oh no!
His sentence should be.
Yes, Deputy Russell.
Yes, I am the deputy now. So, we should have him dig a hole for the body, and then be off of him until he flashes someone else.
So, you don't normally bury bodies in this town. You generally just throw them in.
Don't we burn them or something? Right?
Just throw them into a pit. That's what you guys told me.
So dig a hole and don't bury him.
I mean, it
you
is
have
half the work after all.
Yeah.
you have a burial pit. You throw them into one ceremonial sort of burial pit. It's kind of far off town, right? You can, if you look at the map, you got to go across the North Bridge, past the Hutfeld pasture, and so.
I'd say we should just have the beggar drag the body there, but
Can
we
we
should
really
like
trust?
ditch it in a bush.
Okay, how about we do this? Because I think Genevieve won't trust the beggar to just do it. She could give him some money, and he has to do it. And if she finds the body somewhere,
What about those cheap rings?
oh yeah, I could give him the cheap rings in exchange. Like, yeah, I'll give you these cheap rings so you don't beg. You're not begging and going crazy, and you do this for us, and then I'm gonna let you go.
Does he
that
have
sound-
boots on?
I assume you're a practiced hand at this, Rutherford. Am I
A practiced hand at
looting bodies?
well, yeah, you.
Yeah. No, you got his boots off like that. So.
No, I mean the beggar. Does the beggar need boots?
Oh. Yeah. Of course, beggars always need, but he only needs one boot. He has a.
I like this view of your character. You're like, oh, I could steal the wheels off of a parked car, or a car at a stoplight, rather.
Hey, if the square peg is small enough to fit in the round hole, you can still get it in there, right? So, yeah, I think we should give the guy some boots and some rings and tell him to take the body.
He'll mumble something. Back in the war, I used to do this all the time. And he grabs the body and he takes the boots and the rings and he goes.
Yeah.
The witch hunter is starting to come too. He was only really out for a few seconds, but he was still a little groggy.
The cell is locked, right? Or lockable.
Yeah. I imagine I have the keys and I lock them there.
Well, let him wake up. See what he says. You guys stripped him naked first, right?
No, I didn't strip him naked.
I thought that was really what you guys were doing.
He,
See, Genevieve would be too ashamed to do that. She would, if you guys ended up, it would have to be you guys doing it because she can't look at a naked man's body.
Well, I'm not doing it.
Exactly.
No, I do not think it's a good idea to strip the witch hunter naked. That is an ill-conceived idea.
So attacking him, knocking him out, and jailing him, fine. Nudity, that's where we draw the line.
Yes, and I will tell you why. Street fights are a common affair, and there is enough contention over authority that it can sort of be justified. But stripping him naked once he's been defeated, that's going to be really hard to explain to church authority.
I don't know that he considers himself defeated, though.
Genevieve just looks embarrassed.
My concern is that we need to make this defeat a lasting defeat, one that he will not come back upon us with.
he only needs to be naked in the cell. No one else needs to see him, right?
Oh, see, you guys thinking I'm ending with nudity. I'm already considering tar and feathering and everything else. I need to know that he will not come back.
And wasn't he?
I think that might.
An auto pass folklore check here. Tar and feathering a witch hunter, and especially if they found out you were the one who ordered it as a non-human, will have you like brought to Scarnsburg and drawn in court.
Yeah, but I could just go to Scarsborough and be drawn and quartered anyway, so...
Yes.
So Genevieve looks at Alexandra and just shakes her head. She's like, "Let's not go that far. Let's not ask for more trouble than probably enough trouble we're already putting ourselves in." I think he's a witch hunter.
You're essentially telling me you'll go to hell and you'll burn. It's like, well, I mean, I'm gonna burn anyway.
Well, I think it's probably the best to leave him how he is. However, Alexandra, you should start poking him with your cane to wake him up.
Well, he's already waking up. See?
Well, wake him up even more.
He stirs already.
Keep poking him.
And he looks around and he sees he's in a jail cell and he slumps slightly. And he goes, and then he quickly perks back up and he goes, let me out of here. I believe I've already told you who I am.
Indeed you have. I think you'll find that though your lord's authority is immortal and forever, the temporal authority here on Earth is still prevalent and more tangible, and you are still beholden to it.
You will burn for this, you and your demi-human scum.
I turn to Rutherford and Miss Bask and say, see, I told you, I'm going to burn for it. It's always what they say.
Genevieve just sighs, and she turns to the witch hunter and she says, "Does it matter anyways? Your proof has vanished. You have nothing. You have nothing to prove that the person that you accuse of being a witch is a witch."
Well, if you'd like, we could stand up in court and decide this. I guarantee you they'll find in my favor.
I find that very difficult to believe, Dent.
His eyes shoot up, and he takes a hard look at you, Rasmussen, and he goes, Dent, I've never heard that.
Well, I'm certain it's just one of many, isn't it?
No. I'm Witch Hunter Size Boots. I have a medallion and everything.
Fake or ill-gotten, without a doubt?
No. Besides, you have no proof. You can't prove a thing.
Proof? You don't need proof. You know, I've heard a rumor going about this man walking around burning people and stealing their things who live out in huts. Now, what would happen if we were to release you and let people know about this?
You can't do this to me. I'm a witch hunter.
No, not anymore, you're not. It's just you. No weapons, no belongings, stuck in a cage. You're nothing now. You're a prisoner.
He looks very distressed at the moment. I don't think we've quite crossed into a corruption gaining offense, but he's definitely looking a little distressed. What Nero has said to him visibly unnerved him. What's your guys' next?
Dent, where's the percentage in what you're doing?
Okay, that's there's our first question. So let me see. I'd say this falls under kind of blackmail, right?
Oh yeah,
I think,
definitely.
yeah, I'd say this is a guile test for sure. You've unnerved him. He's definitely recognized you. I'd say easy plus 20%.
I assist that.
Yes, you may. Do you have the guile skill?
Yeah.
Yep, you may. Roll a.
Okay, I
Oh,
am going to
you're actually okay, I think,
flip
because his
for
assistance. Oh no, his assistance helps you too, and you can flip for success.
Yeah.
Then you're good, because you accidentally minus 20 and it should have been a plus 20. That was an easy test, not a hard test.
Oh, I clicked on the wrong end of the scale. Okay.
Yeah. So with a flip to success, you easily get it, and with his assistance, you easily get it as well. Yeah. As soon as he says, he goes, "Okay, all right. I'll tell you what I know, and you'll let me go after, right, Rasmussen? We're old friends."
Well, colleagues would be a closer term, but up until today, I've never known you to burn innocent people, and you still haven't answered my question. Where is the percentage in murdering innocents?
I had to sell it. You know, I'm I am getting paid quite well for this. I think he lowers his voice, and I believe he's making a. This is obviously a desperate last minute gambit, and I could cut you in.
Who's paying you?
You ask again. Okay, he says, I'm not going to say anything unless you promise me my freedom.
Okay. You can go
Your
free.
freedom isn't mine to give.
It is mine, though.
During this conversation, could I scrutinize these two?
Yes, you may.
What's the difficulty here? Standard?
Whom are you trying to scrutinize?
Nero and
Both of them?
Rutherford. Sorry, not Nero. Ruth and Ruth. R&R.
R&R. That's actually hard. Maybe not hard, but arduous, I think, is the +10, right?
Arduous is
No.
minus 30.
No, challenging. That's it. This is a challenging test, I think for sure.
Because Roos is saying some weird things right now. And Rutherford is scrutinizing.
Damn. Okay.
Because I'm looking at this this thing here, and it says read body language to understand the social class of another is a scrutinized thing, as well as.
Yeah, I understand.
And that's on an easy check, by the way. So apparently that's something anybody can do.
Yes, you can do that anytime. Those are sample difficulty ratings.
Yeah.
What was the exact question you want to ask them? Like, what are you trying to read from them?
I'm trying to figure out exactly who they are, because this guy that's associated with apparently an aristocrat is saying all this shit about, like, where's the percentage in you fooling all these townsfolk and things like that. I want to try and understand who they are based on looking at them.
I want to make something clear. Rasmussen never posed as a noble himself. Right?
No, I understand, but you're posing as associated with the guy who's posing as a noble.
Yeah.
So you two are tied together, so I'm scrutinizing you both as a pair now.
Yeah, I think you're getting the intentions, because this is just to, like, understand intentions, right? You're getting that they're probably not exactly who they say they are, or in some way, right? I think that's the knowledge you've gleaned from this. Obviously, you didn't crit succeed here, so I feel like that's a good amount of information for your character to come into.
Right, no, it's fine. I'm not like, tell me everything about them. Just wanna,
Right.
I wanna know that if I have suspicions, that if my suspicions are confirmed, or that I could just let them go. And you're saying that, hey, yes, they're confirmed.
Yeah, I think I think if you had suspicions, they're confirmed and deepened at this point.
I understand that these two are suspicious.
Yes. So let's get back. Yeah, so he wants to know he's going to be let free. Rutherford says yes. Oh, which is a deputy, right? Genevieve, do you add in anything as a sort of the conversation sort of hits on that? And I think maybe everyone kind of looks at you.
At this point, I was like going to say that Genevieve is kind of too naive to suspect these other two of ill. She's actually more pissed off at this witch hunter at what Rutherford revealed, that he was pretty much lying and pretty much was going to kill someone she really cherishes just for money, and she's just angry. She's just glaring at this guy down, like looking at him like he's a piece of trash. She's pissed. For a moment you think she's like considering just killing him, but she's just angry. She's just too angry to speak.
Yeah, so so you're too angry to speak?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I think
yeah.
there's just like this silence. And maybe now he looks at the elf and he sees you staring at those two. And he goes, maybe you would like to let me free. Maybe you don't know everything about your companions, and I could tell you a thing or two.
So at this point, she like kind of slams her foot against the bars of the jail cell, and she's like, let me make you understand, witch hunter. You are about to burn to the stake someone I dearly cherished. I don't care what these two did with you. As far as they go, they're innocent in my eyes compared to you. You're lucky that I don't want to kill you right here and now.
Yeah, why don't you intimidate?
Is this what rating is this?
This is a trivial intimidate.
Yeah,
This
he's
is
in
a
a
trivial-
metal cage getting yelled at by a bunch of
Yeah.
people.
And we're gonna introduce our corruption mechanic. You're gonna gain 1 corruption here. Even though you're not doing anything too bad, and the technicality of innocent could be construed here, but I think you're gonna get 1 for using psychological torture.
All right, so that would be, where is intimidate? Oh, there it is. Do I still ignore skill? I mean, it doesn't matter either way. No?
Yes, you
Okay.
still ignore skill ranks until you.
All right. All right. All right.
Yeah, I think. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I'll say what I need to say after.
Okay. Yeah, I think as you're shaking the cage, you go, all right, I get it. Look, look, I got payments. It's these kind of things. They don't give you names, but I was paid by somebody to come here, and they said, come here, pick a townsperson, burn them, help the town get rid of this problem they're having. It was good money. This was she starts counting. It was almost 10 gold crowns.
Oh.
Okay. At this point, Rasmussen will quietly, he'll walk over to Alexander and whisper in his ear, tell him whatever he wants to hear to get as much information as we can, and then hang him in the morning.
Oh, okay, corruption. Suffer 4 corruption, please. 4 corruption. Yeah.
Where's the
Yeah.
corruption?
So it should be a little number.
It's just a number that you put on the.
Yeah, I filled it out for you. And then at the end of the session, I'm going to roll a d10. If I roll that number or lower, you gain 1 chaos rank. If I don't.
Oh, I see it now. Okay, thanks.
Miss Bosk, what do you suppose the... Sorry, my brain just stopped working all of a sudden. What do you suppose the penalty is for impersonating a witch hunter?
Would I know this?
There aren't like really laws, and you aren't actually a law woman. So
From where I come from,
Probably
we
not.
learned them.
yeah, this is like an education skill that like you have to be educated with a focus in law to really know this, right? And
Yeah.
nobody here is.
Could
right? So-
I assist her in the role, being that I'm trained in education and I'm prompting her to say in her response?
Probably, but it's unlikely that unless you've taken law as a focus, that you would actually even know that either. Education is one of these skills where you need a focus rank to really know specific things like that.
Right, but I'm asking because I'm Alfred Pennyworth, if you remember. I rolled twice on the assist.
Yeah, I think you can like maybe like try and like raise your eyes to like give her a number. So sure, Genevieve, go ahead, give me a education check with an assist from our valet.
I want to know how with this roll ends up being.
Well, a 10 is actually a 0, which means so long as your rating in intelligence is above 10, you've passed.
So is this a standard or challenging or hard?
This is standard, I would think. This is standard.
Okay.
Because this is an education check. It's just like you're trying to sound educated.
Okay.
So you rolled a 5, yeah.
Yeah, but unfortunately, education is a flip to fail. So you put the 5 and it flips to a 50.
So what is your randomly wrong guess?
Oh, so she just kind of looks at him like she gives him a look like I don't know, but then she tries to like guess, and she's like, flocking.
Oh, so much worse. Public flaying, I believe, is the standard, so that none may perform such acts again. The church is very, very good on making sure that people do not cross them. I say loud enough to be heard.
Yeah, and he goes, look, I understand. I'm giving you exactly what I know. I was offered 10 gold crowns and I was paid half up front. And he pulls out a pouch, and he goes, and he comes out 2 gold crowns, and he goes, do you think somebody like me would have 2 months' pay carried around with them?
You seem to think I care. I do not care about how much money you have. You could have the kingdom's wealth on you. That does not buy back a person.
No, but I'm telling you, my story is true.
Is
I
it?
need to confiscate that gold to make sure it's real.
Oh, that's actually kind of because we don't know who
Yeah,
paid him, right? That's
make a coordination check, Joe. Because you've got to try and get money from a con man's hand, right?
He's in a cage.
Yeah, but you've got to like reach in and try and grab it, right? So unless you're like, are you like grabbing his fist?
You gotta take the pebble from Mr. Miyagi's hand. Can you do it?
What are you going to?
I tell
I'm
him,
sorry.
look here. Give me that money, or we're just going to beat you for it.
Wow.
Wow, hold on there.
I just imagine Genevieve just kind of looks at her like,
In fact, give us
Wait,
all-
hold on. Let
You think we
me.
loot him?
Wait, hold on. Before you do this thing, let me ask the GM question. Are you sure you want to do that?
yeah, right?
Let's back up a bit. Didn't we loot
No.
him?
Like,
No, we did not.
Isn't our task trying to figure out who paid him? Even
Yeah, we're trying to get information from him, but this guy decided to go, I don't know, crazy over the limit.
Lord Rutherford,
Gold.
I believe that would be beneath you.
Yeah, but I asked you, Joe, is that what you want to do? Is that what you're going to do? Are you sure? And then I think the answers will come out.
I know what's going to happen. But
So, Joe, are you sure
No,
that's what you want to do?
I'm not. I'm just going
Okay.
to try and grab it. But I'm not.
Okay, you're gonna try, can make a coordination test. Yeah, I think that is a little less. Oh, you snatch it. There you go.
There we go.
You because I would have said that was a -20 at least. So at a 27, you passed. You got the 2 gold crowns, and everyone sort of like watches you like, why does this rich noble need 2 gold crowns? Joe, take it away.
I do like the sight of
now-
5 gold made you
I'm-
drop all pretense.
I'm going to investigate the coins.
okay.
So you look at them closely, like you're trying to pass this off.
Yeah, why don't you
Yeah.
bite him while you're at it? Just
Yeah,
waste
bite
the
him.
coin.
Bite the coin.
Yeah,
Via
Again.
guile check.
yeah. Well, no, not even. This is not necessary. You look at them. They're general empire coinage.
Yeah, they're not from another empire. They're from the one we're in.
Yep.
So he's not a foreign agent. So,
Probably
yeah.
not. So what do you do?
Convey that to everyone as local currency. I'll keep this confiscated for now.
I'm sorry, what'd you guys say his name was again?
Dent.
Dent. Sorry, for some reason I was thinking Ned. You see, Dent, you have to give us enough information to make your life worthwhile. So far, you've given us nothing. Nothing that we couldn't have picked your pockets for after you were dead to find out.
Well, look, I didn't just pick this town on a whim. I was paid to come here.
By who?
Here specifically. Again, I tell you, that's not how things work in my business. You don't use names for just this reason.
Well, it's a very crying shame then that your hirers have protected themselves well by throwing you into the fire, as it were.
It's something we're used to.
Well, then you're used to being killed for your crimes. It's a very handy trait to have.
But no, maybe I can find out. He starts like he's obviously nervous, and because you guys have been sort of beating on him and psychologically torturing this man.
So do I get the notion that he doesn't even know who hired him?
I think that's obvious to most people. Like you could try and like interrogate him and try to beat him out of him. But again, that usually just the thing about torture is they usually tell you.
Yeah, they'll tell us what we want to hear, not the facts.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I think you all are pretty confident that he is telling you at least as much truth as he knows. He doesn't know exactly who hired him, but he was hired.
What I want to
and
know
we
is
do know-
where. Sorry, go ahead, Fluff.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. And we do know that he was told to come here, just not any other village. Specifically told to this village.
Yes.
Okay.
The only people
Where
who
were
use
you
gold
approached?
coins are nobles, the church, the criminals, and the traders. Perhaps it was the church who hired him.
What?
Anything is possible. Where were you approached, Dent? Was it here in the village or elsewhere?
I was in Skarnsburg, and I was quite down on my luck at a night in the tavern, and that's when I was approached.
Describe the person who approached you.
Yes,
A man or a woman?
he was a man. His face was covered, but you could tell the man was not the attractive.
Well, I want to make sure I got that. He said the man was attractive?
No.
Was
No,
not.
So we know that two things: he's a man and he ain't attractive.
To whatever sensibilities Dent has towards other men. I'm just saying, he could be attractive, but Dent didn't think so.
True.
Was-
maybe ask him like what specific, if he saw any specific features.
I don't think he did, and I think that they're questioning. He's giving you sort of much as he is. He, as Rasmussen and Rutherford know, I don't know if they would share this with you, but I guess this is more to you two. This sounds like extremely plausible, and this is how these things usually go. A third party comes, gives you money, tells you, here's your job, and you promise of more payment afterwards. That is not uncommon, especially for the criminal types.
Yeah. It's just
Fair
weird
enough.
that they
What-
decided to just, because he did say before just to pick anybody in the village, right? There was no specific person, right?
Nope.
Was it the Hotfields or the Ziegenhelds that wanted the person burned?
No, because the thing is, if it was one of the family members or any of them, wouldn't they like say a specific person? They wouldn't want to target themselves. They wouldn't want the witch hunter to be like, oh, this boy from the Ziegenkirch family, and then it was a Ziegenkirch because he didn't tell him specifically not to target one of them.
Well, he wasn't hired here, is the problem.
Yeah.
You're talking about local families hiring him, but he wasn't hired here.
Yeah. I don't think he was hired by anybody local, or if it, because they would run the risk of being the person who would be persecuted.
I mean, granted, there are members of those families out and about right now, but it seems more likely that it was somebody else, not one of them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in any event, he was approached in Scarsburg, so whoever approached him was probably based.
Right.
I don't think we can get any more information out of him.
I'm going to suggest that Basque's Outlanders, as a group, retire to some other place where we can speak openly with one another, out of his earshot.
I'm going to suggest, is that our name?
Genevieve kind of smiles at the rest of them, and she kind of just like with a look in her eyes, she's like, yes. Yeah.
We're named after a beer?
It's a
Oh,
beer.
that's fitting. That is very fitting. Especially in this situation.
And Rasmussen's just using the term that he heard. He doesn't really understand what the associations are.
It's a very popular brand of alcohol, primarily used here in town. They're trying to expand, I hear.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I also think at this time, while you guys are preparing to leave, you hear a knock at the door of the
Jail.
jail.
I'm going to stand in the corner behind something.
And Rasmussen will put his hand on the grip of his flintlock, but he won't actually draw it.
Very important to make sure it's loaded first. I've learned this the hard way.
Yeah.
Genevieve will open the door. Whoever's knocking.
You open the door and you see Jeb Ziegenheld standing out there.
Oh no! Oh my God!
Oh.
To me. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just want you to know that Genevieve now is forever done in lock A's with Jeb. She can't do anything. She's just like, nope, can't function.
Is this bad enough you would suffer peril? Like, is this like a natural peril?
Yes, let's do this.
What's exactly happening?
Yes, let me suffer peril. I will do this.
10, does that move you to incapacitated?
Yes, I will faint.
You will faint, yes.
Dear Lord, woman, what's come over you?
Jeb was like, hello,
Jeb,
Miss Genevieve, are you all right? Right? And he'll step in and he'll look at you and go, I think she passed out.
Mr. Ziegenheit, what did you do?
I just opened the door. Mr. Alexandre, I came to talk to you and to let you know, Marcia and I have been talking to Father Seneca, and with all these disappearances, I think there is a witch in the town, and I think Father Seneca agrees with us, and well, we're gonna start looking on ourselves because I do think you're right. Mr. Witch Hunter just picked on that old woman for no reason, and he looks at Size Boots and he squints at him, right? But I do believe, and we're fairly certain that the witch must be Elja Huffield. It's the only person who makes sense.
I'm gonna squint at Jeb, and I'm saying, in a very low tone, I mean loud enough to be heard, but low, Jeb, are you sure you want to start a witch hunt now?
What? Well, Mr. Alexandre, I don't think we got much of a choice anyways. Most of the villagers agree with us. Well, at least half of them, except for them Duddy Huffield.
I'm gonna slowly cross the distance, like, I don't know, a couple of steps, tapping the cane very loudly. Jeb, Let me assure you something right now. If you start a witch hunt, things are going to turn out fairly badly for you. I suggest you turn this whole operation around before it even gets started.
And I think he looks at you and he goes, I ain't scared of you, Mr. Elf, and I don't think you're going to stop us. We don't want a repeat of today, is I think what we're saying. You know that green man been up in this village making those other folk think that Sigmar ain't even real. And that just ain't right.
You heard me, Jeb. I spoke my piece. Now you can turn back and get where you came from. Heed my words. This will not turn out well for you if you continue down this line of speak.
Well, I think we'll see about that, Mr. Alexandre. And he turns and begins to walk out.
Now turn around. He can talk big. He knows what's what. Somebody wake her up.
Do
Close the fucking door.
any of you have smelling salts? Otherwise, you're just gonna have to sleep it off.
Why the fuck do I have to hide from everybody? God damn it.
Yes. Yes. Does anyone have smelling salts?
Nope.
No.
No, none of those mandrake root will do it.
I don't even have science on me. I think I just have.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Yeah. If anyone has heal, I mean, if somebody wants to go get Matilda, she probably has smelling salts.
I have a laudanum.
And pointedly, not burned to death.
Yes. And
Yeah, maybe we could get it for free. I ain't leaving though.
Assistant deputy. Go retrieve Matilda.
Take his clothes. Give me someone's clothes.
That is a
need
weird
to
thing to
change.
say.
I can't wear these clothes. People know me. I'm popular.
Scrutinize. I want to scrutinize him again.
Joe, oh god, I don't even know. Joe, roll a guile check, and there's a whole thing about opposed checks. I read it, but now I'm gonna just quickly go over it again. You roll a guile, you roll a scrutinize, and we'll see who beats who.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man, but you are just being weird.
I feel like Alexandra is just suspicious of everyone now.
Fuck.
So Alexandre has 5 degrees of success compared to Grippy's 3 degrees of success. Yeah. There's...
I'm sorry, man, you're talking like a crazy person.
Yeah, this dude has there's something up with him. There is definitely, and I think at this point you're pretty sure he is not who he says he is, right? Like this has gone from suspicion to he's not.
And I mean, if you're not who you say you are, then what about the other guy? Look.
We're here on behalf of the Lord.
That's what the other guy just said.
Yes. However, we have a sealed document.
Really? Let me see it.
Rasmussen, hand him the letter.
I do so very reluctantly.
Okay. I'm assuming when you say sealed document, do you mean it's in a scroll case, or do you mean it's sealed with wax?
Wax. With the Lord's seal.
It is the Graf seal, and you may attempt to take an awareness test. I believe this is a correct test if you want to try and see if it's fake.
Is it an awareness test, or would it be an education test?
This is an awareness because you're looking for imperfections in it. right?
Joke's on you, I'm better at that.
That is perfectly fine.
Crit success.
It is definitely the Lord Seal. 100%.
Cool. Cool. What's it say? Yeah, I'll break it. I'll break it.
That is another question. What is your seal document?
It's about how we're here to investigate the mind and town for a potential purchase.
Now, not to
And that
nickel
we
and...
were to investigate how the village interacted with itself, which does not seem to be going very well here, clearly, since I'm now a deputy.
Okay, you just said... Sorry, I'm scrolling back up to some notes here. I was going to ask something about nickel and diming specific roles and everything, but I think you said something that would set me back a little bit in my thoughts.
Hold on. I thought you guys had a different plan than that. Or did you just change it on the fly, Joe?
It was something like that.
Yeah, I thought you were here to purchase the mine.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought.
Yeah, but we have to examine the mine, too.
Right,
But I
right.
mean, one might say that we'd be prospecting the mine, right?
Yeah, the letter could just say that we're here to buy the mine.
Yeah, well, what's the letter say exactly, Joe? That's the question.
I can't read.
Nero, what does the letter actually say?
The letter states the following. By order of the Graf, Lord Rutherford is hereby authorized to inspect at his leisure the mine north of Bogenhofen for the estimation of possible purchase and future economic development as he sees fit, provided that the mine meets his high criteria. Witnessed by Rasmussen Volker, scribe, and scribe.
Who's it signed by? What's the Graf's name on this document?
Well, it's signed Graf. I can't remember his name. Torsen or Thorsman.
Yep. Graf.
Okay, I guess if you guys faked his signature, not signature, faked his what do you call it when you the little dot thing?
His seal.
His his signet.
Yeah, I know.
If you
It's
faked
like
his
a-
signet to the degree that a critical success couldn't do it, then you obviously know his name too. So I couldn't get you on that. All right.
Yeah, the name is correct.
I am shocked and dismayed at your untrusting nature, sir.
I'm sorry. Are you the one that I've obviously already pointed out as a liar and a fraud?
Nope, that wasn't me.
You had suspicions of Nero, but you're kind of okay with Rutherford.
Well, I mean, there's always the chance that Rutherford is being played, and he is just a stupid noble who's hired a criminal to be his assistant.
Yeah.
The suspicions don't always have to go to the next door neighbor. I mean, he could just be that Nero is a bad egg. Nero, I keep saying Nero. I'm sorry.
No,
Also,
that's okay.
Criminals often work for nobles.
Essentially, he's playing Rutherford, who is a noble. Like that could be playing in your head.
Rutherford,
See,
please.
this is why I want us all to leave the jail so that I can address these suspicions. I'm not stupid. I know people are asking
We're
questions.
doing this in front of the fucking witch hunter. We have to kill him now.
I mean, you want to leave, but you're also like, I gotta change clothes. People could see me. It's like, wait, what?
Damn it, man! I can't be seen. Some of these people here want to kill me.
Look, guys,
They're gonna know what I did.
we can't just be killing people left and right.
He knows too much now.
Anyways, Rutherford, please get your servant in order. We need the healer.
Oh, I can go and get the healer, no problem.
Yes, here, take the 2 gold coins and go get whatever you need.